Okay, so well, thank you very much indeed for the invitation to speak at your conference. It's a real privilege to have so many people there. And before going into Ansys Corporate, I'd quite like to give a personal note. I've been this is my 6th year at Ansys. Prior to this year, I was looking after our digital safety products for Northern Europe. And I wanted a change, so I'm now looking at managing our business for all of Ansys products for Africa and the Middle East. I'm delighted to be doing that. One of the very first things I did when I joined the job, I tried to get an understanding of what was the technology requirement in Southern Africa and also Africa at large. And I read an outstanding book by Professor Marwala of Johannesburg University, who's also the vice chair of the Presidential Committee in the Fourth Industrial Revolution. And the basic premise there is that Africa has got the potential to have success in the manner that companies like Korea, Japan, China had for the Third Industrial Revolution. You know, they became tiger economies. So I hope meetings like that, meetings like this, actually instill a sort of a passion in us to actually help Southern Africa and Africa at large to develop into a tiger economy. But as there's no tigers in South Africa, let's call it a lion economy. So so that's one of the things I'd quite like to hear from you through time, you know, when you get down to visit South Africa, to understand how you can help me to help you bridge the gap. That was the title of the book that Professor Marwala wrote, Bridging the Gap, making sure that Africa at large can exploit the Fourth Industrial Revolution. And I believe at Ansys we're uniquely placed to do that. But I would say all this passion and good wishes for South Africa, I'm going to put them on pause tomorrow because my home nation, Scotland, is playing South Africa. But I fully expect Scotland to win because we're probably one of the best Scottish players ever, Duhan van der Merwe. I think we're now calling him Donald McMerwe. So looking forward to another South African challenge tomorrow. Okay, so basically, this is awful. You can't get any boos, hisses, or laughs in a conference call like this. But I hope the tone is appreciated. So
we do. Thanks, David. I'm sure we will all watch.
Has everyone gone away now? so okay. So basically, what's ahead? How can we unleash innovation, and how can we unleash it for your companies, your universities, and your ventures, your public sector? What we're talking about at Ansys is really virtual product development, virtual simulation, digital warehousing, where basically anyone with the knowledge and understanding of the complex engineering requirements of new products can actually develop on a PC, emulate it, simulate it on a PC, and then go on and develop. And many of the systems products we've actually acquired, like SCADE. It's not just simulation; it's developing the real thing. And I would call in this case is rapid prototyping. So in terms of software and systems, we're able to generate the code and take you all the way to the final system. Again, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, our Internet of Things, you need to have criticality, resilience, safety. And with all the deterministic controls we have in our products, and also safety measures adherent to the most stringent safety measures. There's 400 types of aircraft systems, all compliant with the major international aviation authorities, developed in Ansys products. So safety, resilience, and performance, things have got to scale these days. You don't want power outages, you don't want airplane crashes, you don't want cars that spin off the road. So that's the main premise that we have a passion for optimizing and improving platforms and to the highest level of quality in the shortest available time. Some key challenges. We have to double or triple output. We have to do it in half the time, and we have to have it in the most stringent quality standards that didn't exist 10, 20 years ago. So so we've been in this game for about 50 years. Shattering records. This is performance. Volkswagen, we helped simulate and emulate their electric vehicle, and it won the world's greatest speed challenges. We didn't optimize it fully because we should have won the race, and then it didn't matter if the car went on fire, but the car continued and had a little bit of safe capacity after the race. Can unlock possibilities in terms of the key challenges in aerospace, such as hydrogen power, electrification, and autonomous development, be that autonomous drones, autonomous aircraft, or self-navigation by the plane rather than navigation from the ground. Okay, making the unmakeable. That's a bit of a far-reaching claim, but essentially, with the tools and the knowledge base available, we are at the leading and bleeding edge of capability, and with the safety measures adherent to automotive, industrial, nuclear, and aviation standards, it can be the leading edge rather than the bleeding edge. And other areas, saving lives, huge medical sort of discipline as well. We're very pervasive across industries. 10 different industries. We're not just restricted to, some of the big ones like automotive, oil and gas, and say industrial, but right across the domain, including consumer electronics, microchips, etc. Okay, so basically we're looking to accelerate, innovate, and unlock. So the speed of digital transformation, and this gets back to the point I mentioned earlier on: can Africa become a tiger or lion economy? And I personally believe it can. And the secret of that is getting on a simple PC, somebody that has got the power, the knowledge, the vision to actually create that. And we have a tremendous initiative going on with Danny from QFinsoft and his colleagues, that for the best graduates that are coming out of African universities, where their professors are validating that yes, they would be able to exploit these tools for this acceleration, innovation, and unleashing the capability of for your local domain. For Southern Africa headquartered companies, we are looking to allow the best graduates, to take the best tools with them. Obviously, there needs to be control, and that would be under Lara and Danny and Isaac and Paul's control. So basically, do discuss that with QFinsoft, and then you can optimize, encourage, and develop your local economy. Okay, so without being too grandiose in our claims, we believe we are considerably bigger than most of our major competitors in terms of the products that we deliver, which is physics simulation, physics-based performance safety systems across the domains of mechanical, electronics, fluids, semiconductors, light, sound, and vibration. So the whole plethora of physics can be brought in together. And then, of course, you can encompass that in digital twins. I think most large companies have a huge digital twin strategy, where basically you can develop whole systems of systems and, virtually develop the system, know the performance, be able to emulate edge cases, ensuring that, planes can be emulated with maybe criteria that had never ever been anticipated, and then you can have a crash on simulation firms on your system, and then prevent the actual real life crash. So that's a great case of digital twin. Okay, so we believe we're also uniquely positioned for growth. Just need to have a look at how our shares going and our expansion, and you know, we're well over the $1 billion mark. We have a couple of thousand of we have many thousand employees, and we have almost 1,000 PhDs, all pressing towards a common objective. Yep. Okay, so essentially, you know, here are some of the main companies that use our products, and you can see they're diversified across many industries, and they're the biggest names that are very recognizable. So we don't necessarily need to go through these in detail. If we're looking at, say for example, a motor car, you know, there's maybe an order of magnitude of complexity in a car at the moment, and I remember a statistic. I think there's something like maybe 100 times as many lines of code in a new car than there is in an F-35 fighter jet, and that requires simulation across many disciplines. It'd be the battery, it would be the structure, it would be the electronics, etc., fuel management, the light, the sensors, the safety dimensions, and that's all these areas and disciplines we provide, not just for automotive, but for oil and gas, for industrial, for mining, and for utilities. Okay, so essentially, we believe it is a gold standard. It's a comprehensive, as I mentioned, it's accurate. You know, the highest level of fidelity in terms of this physics, and the highest level of integrity in terms of safety. We have many partners, and we see our clients as partners in this development. We can't do it on our own, and also we connect with other main players in the industry. I think there's a slide coming up on that, but Microsoft, PTC, SAP, PTC. So we believe very much. You know, here's a bit of our mantra. It's all about the excellence of people, not just within Ansys, and we're looking for engineering collaborations with our clients and with our partners. A great commitment to the planet in terms of green sustainability, and we're in a position, and we're all in a position to help this tremendously. I'm sitting in Dubai at the moment, and it's unbelievable the amount of attention is given to green energy, you know, hydrogen energy, replacement of oil. You know, here we are in the home of oil production, but the technology people are talking about is replacement of the oil system, just as true as the car replaced the horse over 100 years ago. I think it was John Ford said, if I'd asked my customers what they want, they would have said a faster horse, and not a car. So I think it's all incumbent on us with such huge capability to be thinking ahead, and it's great to see the COP's conference with everyone's ambition to be green, you know, as soon as possible. So that's something we can do some good to our planet. Okay, so you know, here's another lot of tourism, I suppose. We've worked very closely with QFinsoft. We've worked with them for a long time. We're here to help. There's a huge set of products, and even the size of QFinsoft, they need to call on us at times, and we have many product specialists that we talk to QFinsoft on a daily basis, and we can get them along to meetings and help QFinsoft to help you. So that's very much my message done. I don't know if you're taking questions now, Lara, or if you're leaving it to later.
I think we're going to leave the questions for later.
Okay, excellent. Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you, David. Much appreciated.